Hi, this is Ashley Allen. Today is July 7th, 2018, Bio 240, week one and video one. So this is how to do labeling on our slides that we did on part one. So what I'm going to show you here is I have a Mac, and so there's a few different ways to do this. What I have found the easiest is if you just click on this, it's difficult to label. So I actually cut the picture. So on a Mac, that's Command X, and you see it's gone. So then I will insert drawing, and then I'll paste it back into the drawing, which is Command V. Oops, I did it a few times. And then this way, it allows me to expand my picture and then label it. So this first slide is the pituitary gland, and down here at the bottom is the anterior pituitary gland, and up here on top is the posterior pituitary gland. This is, as our slide has shown, about 400 times bigger than the actual cell. So to label, here's our text box. Just click that and open up your text box. We're going to go down here first to the anterior pituitary gland and label the acidophil cell, which in this slide is stained red. So let's make sure we spell it right. Acidophil cell. And so these are that's our red pigment down here. So you can draw a line. I like to make arrows, and I'm gonna point to some of the red ink here. And then if you have an option to darken your lines, you make sure you know where your arrow is pointing. So we'll draw a few arrows to this red dye here to show where the acidophil ink is. And excuse my enunciation. So let's go to our next cell, which is the basophil, basophil cell, and that here is stained. It's kind of like a purple or blue, and they're much more defined because of their round framework. So we'll draw a few arrows to the basophil cells. Oops. Each time you label something new, you have to click on the arrow or the text box again. Okay, so we'll go up here, and again, the top portion of this slide is actually the posterior pituitary gland. It has a little more smaller pockets, net. It's like somewhat of a net. So we're going to label the pituicite nucleus. Pituicyte, nucleus. And the nucleus, there's a few in here, a few nuclei, and we'll just draw one arrow for sake of labeling to one of the nucleus. There we go. And there is our first slide, the pituitary gland. You hit OK, and then from here you can shrink or expand your picture. So our next one, we'll just go down in order, is the thyroid gland. Again, click on it, Command X, and all of a sudden it's gone. So you insert into a drawing, and you can paste it in here, Command V, and there is the thyroid gland. So again, we're gonna label this. This is the colloid pocket. Right here, this dark red, and let's get another label going on here. And these smaller cells that provide the framework around the colloid is the follicular epithelial. So let's label that. Okay, that one's a little more straightforward. Save and close. Once again, you can size it to whatever size you prefer. This adrenal gland, do this last but not least, copy X, it cuts it, insert, drawing, copy V. Now I want to show you one different thing when we label. So the adrenal gland has a few different parts. Let's label the medulla first, which is right here in the middle. And if you wanted to change font, you can highlight it, and font is here. So I like this font. Sometimes it's playful. And sometimes if you have a dark background, you can use color in the back and it brightens up your text. Or you can even change the color of your font. Just see how much time we have. And we're running out of time. So that's basically it, the to-do on a Mac to how to label our slides. And yeah, see you next week. Thank you.